Welcome to this video. This joint project of the Iowa Legislative Services Agency and Drake University Law Library is intended to teach the public how to find information on the Iowa Legislature website. For additional information, please see the video description. In this video, we will cover the subscription options available and the Bills and Rules Watch application. The Publications tab, which I will now click to select, you will see a link for subscriptions in the left-hand navigation menu. There are a variety of ways you can subscribe to get email updates related to different kinds of legislative and agency actions. Many of these subscription pages look similar to the one I will click on now, Legislative Subscription. This page contains a list of legislative publications that are available for email subscription. Check as many or as few boxes as you'd like to subscribe to various content. You may update these subscriptions at any time. Once you have made your selections, scroll to the bottom of the website. In the email address box provided, enter the email address where you would like to receive these email notifications, and then click the subscribe button. At this point, an email will be sent to the email address you provided with a link to confirm your subscriptions. Once the confirmation link is clicked, you will be subscribed to the content you requested via email. I will now click the subscriptions link in the breadcrumb trail towards the top of the page to be taken back to the main subscriptions page. You can see one of the options here is the Bills and Rules Watch tool. This is a customizable subscription option that allows you to follow bills and rules, will alert you to changes in Iowa code sections, and will allow you to subscribe to legislation, rulemakings, and publications by topic or category. You will then receive email updates when the status of watched bills and rules in your collection changes. In Bills and Rules Watch, you can organize your watched bills, rules, topics, and publications into dynamic or static collections and build or maintain collections as resources or research tools. To use Bills and Rules Watch, a user account is required. To begin, click the link entitled Bills and Rules Watch. For new users, you will click the Create an Account button. I already have my legislative credentials entered, so I will remove those so you can see some of the functionality here. Enter the first and last name in the fields provided. Then enter the email address where you would like to receive these notifications. This can be a personal or work email address, and this is open to anyone in the public. When you click in the password box, you will see a list of password criteria that must be met for your system password. As you meet each of these criteria, the text will turn from red to green, giving you a visual indicator when all password criteria is met. In this case, I have selected a password that meets all password requirements. When you've chosen your password, type it once more into the Confirm Password field. You will see a message in red if the passwords do not match. In this case, I would want to type this password again carefully and make sure that it matches the original password entered in the previous field. Next, check the box in front of I'm not a robot and follow the instructions given. When finished, click the Verify button to verify your status. Lastly, check the checkbox in front of I agree to the terms of use. If you wish to view the terms of use, click the link provided here to view them. Once all of the information is entered correctly, the Create Account button will become active. In this case, I have not filled in my password and account criteria, so this is not selectable. Once you click the Create Account button, a confirmation email will be sent to you to confirm your account creation. Use the email address you selected as your username and the password you chose, then click the Login button to sign into the Bills and Rules Watch application. If you already use the portal for other legislative applications, you already have a Bills and Rules Watch account. Use the same username and password to sign into the Bills and Rules Watch application. I'm going to return to the tool by clicking on the Subscribe link and again clicking on the Bills and Rules Watch link. I will enter in my legislative credentials and click the Login button to sign into the Bills and Rules Watch application. We have provided written instructions on using the Bills and Rules Watch tool as well. Click on the question mark to open a new tab and display instructions that give a more in-depth tutorial on using the Bills and Rules Watch tool. I will close this tab and return to the main Bills and Rules Watch page. This can be clicked at any time to open the instructions. You'll also notice hover text. If you're unsure of what an icon does, simply hover over them to get a tooltip of what the icon will do. When you sign in for the first time, you will see steps for a guided tutorial along the top of your screen. Once you have established collections and rules, you will no longer see the tutorial at the top on subsequent visits, as is the case here. A collection is a list of documents and rules you create to track things within the system. Rules are criteria to specify which content is added to your collection. To create a collection, click the plus sign next to Collections along the left. This is your account, and this information is for your use only, so you may name the collection whatever you wish. For this example, let's name it Fishing. You may type a description for this collection if you wish. It is not required. I will write that the collection will contain legislation and code sections pertaining to fishing in Iowa. When finished, click the Save button. The collection description may be changed at any time by clicking the pencil icon next to the description. Using the gear icon, you can set your email preferences. Indicate the frequency with which you want emails sent: daily, weekly, monthly, or do not send, which can be useful if you want to temporarily stop receiving updates without deleting a collection. You can also specify how much information you want to be sent: the last 3 actions, last 5 actions, or all actions. You may change your email preferences at any time by clicking the gear icon for the collection and selecting different report frequency and/or history action count from the drop-downs provided. This box also provides 3 additional icons, which allow you to copy the collection content to another collection, lock a collection, which will prevent updates to documents in the collection, or delete the collection entirely. If you are unsure which to use, hover over the icon to see a tooltip which explains what each icon does. Once you have created a collection, you can now add rules which will add content to your collection. I am going to close out of the email preferences by again clicking the gear icon. You may subscribe to legislation by any or all of the options offered. To subscribe by bill number, enter the bill number in the box provided. Another option is to click the down arrow next to the bill number box. This allows you to choose legislation from various drop-downs for the current GA. As you can see, subscriptions are not limited to Senate and House files. You may also subscribe to receive Senate and House Joint Resolution Updates, Senate and House Concurrent Resolution Updates, Senate and House Resolution Updates, and Senate and House Study Bill Updates. Make your selections by choosing them in the appropriate box. You may select multiple bills at one time by holding down the Control key and clicking Multiples. Once you have made all of your selections, click the Add Document button to add these bills to your collection. You will see these bills below in your Documents Matching table. Any new actions to the bill will be displayed when the action history for that bill is expanded using the drop-down arrow. Subscription to this bill will expire at the end of the current GA. This is because bill numbers start over with each new General Assembly. As we are beginning a new General Assembly in 2019, bill information will be wiped out and will begin again once the legislative session begins on January 14th. To subscribe by LSB number or the source version of a bill, enter the 4-digit LSB number and click Add Rule. Subscribing to an LSB will provide notification when the LSB receives a bill number and when action happens on any version of the LSB. Bill numbers sometimes change throughout the legislative process. Subscribing to an LSB number ensures that you continue to get updates on the bill, even if the bill number changes. To locate the LSB number for a bill, look up the bill in our Bill Book application. I will return to the home page and type Senate File 510 into the bill's quick search on the main page, and click Go to execute my search. Along the left, you will be able to see different versions of the bill throughout the legislative process. You will notice that all of the versions contain the same 4-digit LSB number, in this case, 1047. 1047 would be the LSB number to enter to track this bill and any future versions, even if the bill number changes. I will now return to Bills and Rules Watch by clicking my name in the toolbar and selecting Bills and Rules Watch from the drop-down provided. I will enter the LSB number we located, 1047, into the LSB number box and click the Add Rule button. Subscription by sponsor will provide a notification when legislation by the chosen sponsor is introduced and when a new action on the legislation happens. You can subscribe to legislation in a particular committee by selecting the committee from the drop-down and clicking the Add Rule button. With this subscription type, you will be notified when legislation is sent to the committee to which you subscribed, or in the committee to which you subscribed. You can also subscribe to legislation affecting the Iowa Code by entering the Iowa Code chapter or section in the appropriate field and clicking the Add Rule button. You will be notified via email, and the collection will be updated when legislation affecting the Iowa Code chapter or section you entered is introduced and when new action on such legislation is reported. I will now click on the Rulemaking tab to display additional subscription options. You may use this tab to subscribe to proposed rulemaking documents or to subscribe to an agency, chapter, and/or rule. To subscribe by proposed rulemaking, enter the ARC number in the box provided and click Add Document. The ARC will be added to the selected collection. Any new actions to the rulemaking, which include public hearing, amended notice of intended action, or filed rule, will be displayed in the Documents Matching table near the bottom of the screen when the action history for that rulemaking is expanded using the drop-down arrow next to the ARC number. To subscribe to receive notification when administrative rule changes are adopted and published in the Iowa Administrative Code, subscribe to an agency or chapter. You may type the agency, chapter, and/or rule in the field provided or select the agency from the displayed agency listing using the arrows to drill down further to the chapter or rule level if desired. When you have made your selection, click on the Add Rule button to add this to your collection. This subscription type will notify you and will update the collection when any rulemaking affecting the agency, chapter, or rule is published. Click the Topic tab to subscribe by topic. This allows you to follow all legislation, rulemaking documents, or publications relating to the selected topic. You will receive notifications and content will be added to your collections when any legislation, rulemaking, or publication indexed with the chosen topic is published. There are a few ways to add content. You can enter a topic into the box provided by typing it. You will notice that suggested topics display as you type, allowing you to choose a topic from the selected list of topics. When you see the topic you want in the box, click to select it. Then click the Add Rules button to add this topic to your collection. A pop-up box will appear with options for the topic subscription. By default, all options are selected. You may click the checkboxes to deselect anything you do not wish to subscribe to. When you have made your selections, click the Save button. Your topic subscription appears in the Collection Rules table below. As we subscribe to all legislation, rulemaking documents, and publications related to the topic of education, the collection will be updated when any of these documents indexed with the chosen topic of education are indexed. It will also be updated if previously published publications are later assigned to the indexing topic to which you are subscribed. Another way to add topics is to click on a term in the topics list. Use the letter buttons provided to select that section of alphabetical topics. Use the scroll bar to move through the list of topics for the selected letter. Again, to select multiple topics at once, hold down the Control key on your keyboard and left-click on multiple topics to select them. When you have selected the topic or topics you wish to subscribe to, click the Add Rules button and again indicate the content you want to subscribe to in the pop-up box provided. Click the Category tab to subscribe by category. This will add content to your collection when content tagged with the Subscribe To category term appears in legislation, rulemaking documents, or publications. Please note that subscribing to a category may yield a large number of results. If you wish to have less documents returned relating to your subject of interest, it is advised that you either subscribe to a smaller subcategory or subscribe to a topic option. You may review or change your collection content at any time. To check for updates related to a rule, click the checkbox in front of that rule in the Collection Rules table. The font color of the rule will change to red, and so will any content added to your collection as a result of the rule in the Documents Matching table. You may copy or move rules to a different collection by using the corresponding icons above the collection rules table. Check the box in front of a rule or rules in the table to select it, and then click the copy or move icons to copy or move it to another collection. Hover text allows you to see what an icon will do before it is selected. You may lock rules by selecting the rule using the checkboxes provided and clicking the lock icon. Note that the last column of the collection rules table now shows a padlock. Locking a rule will prevent any additional content from being added to your collection as a result of the rule from that point forward. You may unlock a collection by selecting the rules and clicking the key icon. Lastly, to delete a rule from your collection, select the rule or rules and click the trash can icon provided to remove it from the table. There is an icon above the documents matching table that allows you to search collections by keyword. Check the boxes for the documents you wish to search. If you wish to search all documents in your collection, simply click the checkbox provided in the first row of the table to select everything. Then click the Search by Keyword icon above the table. I will type the word education to search my collection for this term. You will see a message indicating how many documents in your collection match the search criteria. Click OK to return to the main page. As I scroll down the page, you will see any documents in my list containing this keyword will be highlighted in yellow. I can then click through these documents to locate the content I'm looking for. As with rules, the next two icons above the documents table allow you to copy or move documents to another collection. You can export documents to Excel by selecting them using the checkboxes provided in the table and using the Export to Excel icon provided in the toolbar. Lastly, you can delete a document from your collection by selecting it in the table and then clicking the trash can icon to remove it. You will get a box asking if you are sure you wish to delete the selected content. Clicking yes will remove that document from the table. You may add notes to any document in your collection by clicking the Add Note icon in the second column of the Documents Matching table. Type your note into the field provided and then click the disk icon to save this note to your collection. Any notes will remain associated with the document in your collection, even if the documents are moved from one collection to another or are exported to an Excel file. To edit the note, use the pencil edit icon provided. These notes are for your use only. Lastly, in the document matching table, you have the option of marking some of the documents in your collection as high priority. To do this, click the star icon next to a document you wish to mark as high priority. These documents will then always appear at the top of the list. I'll refresh the page to show this in practice. To remove the designation, click the star icon again to deselect. Thanks for watching. Links to other videos in this series can be found in the video description.